Dave here, December 1773, with me as mostly always Brian, when he's not being held hostage.
I was.
The weekly show, which is now daily, not to be confused with when we were weekly. Mondays through Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern, usually. Here's the deal. So, if you're wondering on Rumble, like, hey, by the way, if you're watching on Rumble, comment and the Rumble button. If you're wondering on Rumble, like, hey, where'd all the shows go? Shut the fuck up. I'm going to tell you. If you're wondering on YouTube, like, hey, how come they don't have any shows? Well, that's because YouTube. This is going to tie in perfectly. I'm moving too much for my autofocus camera. YouTube decided, and again, this ties in so perfectly with the Crowder Daily Wire thing. So we're going to make this all one big video because Karen didn't get a chance to react to that, but also I'm mad. YouTube decided to give us another content strike, which makes, I don't know, well, they removed the video also. So I don't know, where are we at? 3 content strike?
Fuck YouTube.
Multiple strikes, but multiple videos removed as well. And they gave us a strike because we did the, which you wouldn't know this if you were watching on YouTube only. That's why you need to watch on Rumble. We did the Lena Wen, Dr. Lena Wen. She's the Asian analyst for CNN, and the reason I pointed out she's Asian.
The slamming doctor.
I love an Asian. Yeah. Yes, this. Yeah, she slammed, which I'm sure she has many times.
This comedic gold. I don't understand what it was removed for, David.
It was comedic gold. It was hilarious. Watch it on Rumble, and only Rumble because it's not on YouTube, and it will never be on YouTube. We got in trouble because Dr. Lena Wen, emphasis on doctor because she's a doctor. You know how like people go to school for many years, like a fucking decade, and they learn about all types of miracles of science and medicine and other things that you can get doctorates for that aren't related, which is stupid. If you have a doctorate in some bullshit literature thing, I'm not calling you doctor. I'm sorry. But she was an actual doctor, a doctor who saves lives and fixes problems, medical problems. And she said, not like Dr. Jill Biden, who was Whoopi Goldberg's favorite doctor. This hot Asian doctor who was slammed said that maybe, I don't want somebody who's not the World Health Organization, because God forbid you don't quote global entities who are controlling your free speech.
Private company.
I'll just say she disagreed, and you can watch on Rumble if you want the specifics. She disagreed with what the World Health Organization has said in their science, because everybody knows that all science is consensus and all science is settled, so you can't have debating science, which would be the scientific theory. This is a really long way of saying fuck YouTube. And I think
you remember that guy flew a air propellered vehicle against wind or something, David, and some scientists said it's impossible.
Yes, you can't possibly thrust against wind.
And then he did it.
Eventually, if you do it for too long, you'll fall off the Earth, which they also used to think was the thing. But luckily, the sun revolves around the Earth, so eventually you would just fall in the sun.
Earth was flat, but they knew what they were doing with smallpox, David.
The point is, science has constantly changed, and it's okay that it's changed because that's science. As you learn new information, you have new information. But you're not allowed to learn new information about COVID because then you can't be controlled by elitist pricks, especially globalist elitist pricks, who are my least favorite of the elitist pricks. All of this ties in perfectly because I want Ryan to talk about Stephen Crowder Daily Wire, and it's not just Daily Wire, Stephen Crowder media people drama on YouTube. This is real. This is real for our movement, conservative movement, libertarian movement, just a general freedom movement. I don't care what part of the freedom movement you're on. The freedom movement. And what I said, and this is what really pisses me off, and I'm not going to lie, if I was a paid subscription to Daily Wire, I would have canceled it. I did unsubscribe from a bunch of Daily Wire people. I'm fucking done with them. Because behind closed doors, when they're all telling all these people that they're fighting for your freedom, the kind of shit that they're doing really pisses me off. Because it was misleading, and I don't believe them anymore. And what I said about it was, I can't know that this is happening behind closed doors and expect these people to go to war with us. How can you trust? And the fact that the Daily Wire came out, and obviously, Ryan, I need your reaction, but the fact that the Daily Wire came out and they were mad about the betrayal of Steven Crowder. How dare he record us? It just has a feel of dude who got caught by his girlfriend going through his phone, and he tried to flip it like, "How dare you go through my phone?" It's like, yeah, but maybe what you were doing is wrong.
Was it House of Cards or Veep, David?
Well, I said that on Monday. I said Ryan would be so proud of me because now we know why Ben Shapiro refuses to call it a House of Cards. It's because he's in the fucking deck. Ryan, what do you make of the Daily Wire Steven Crowder drama? We are recording. I got nervous for a second, Ryan. I thought, fuck, I didn't hit record, but I did. I hit it right when I spilled my delicious beverage.
Well, I'm gonna take a sip of my beverage before I say anything because it's really
Patriot Pat here. I don't know if you remember Patriot Pat, but he's rolling in his grave. This guy can't believe what the Daily Wire has done. I don't care what side people are on. You can be on Daily Wire side, that's fine. But I implore you to be open to the fact that maybe the Daily Wire is in the wrong.
I'm good. I just wanted to kill my heater. I'm sorry. I know I killed suspense.
Mine's still going because I don't want to freeze.
I know I little killed suspense. I was getting a little emotional, so it kind of helped me. All right. You want to just like cut that little section out or whatever?
Yeah.
Right. I'll go now. Dave, I want to say first, more than anything, it's good to be back, and I missed you.
It was I was a little frantic on Sunday. Ryan added in. Here's the thing. I can talk when I'm talking to somebody. If I have to talk to a camera screen, it's very awkward. But if I have another person to talk to, I can talk. I can have full-blown conversations like a real-life adult.
As somebody who practices talking to themselves in private, it helps your in-person conversations, David. You should actually do it. It's the best way to increase public speaking, everything else. But with that being said, I was waiting to shoot today, and then I was going to go back and watch the episodes because I just wanted to come in. I want to say first, more than anything, I never thought I would get banned from YouTube. Because obviously clear, politics doesn't matter. Oh, we got a strike. But I was censored. Like, Dave and I were censored. Deleted. Like, I don't know. Well, I could post now. How nice again. Private company ran by World Health Organization. Sounds very private. It's ran by the Globe now. The Globetrotters run. All right, I'm sorry.
It's worse than Twitter files, Ryan. It's worse. That's the federal government, which is bad enough silencing your speech. This is global entity silencing your speech. You don't agree with the World Health Organization. I don't give a fuck about the World Health Organization.
I'm also going to say this for my daughter, that if they'll delete me on the internet, they'll delete me in real life, and I'm sorry. Because that's how I feel. And you see Crowder and Shapiro. How many loaves of bread, David? How many loaves of bread is $50 million?
It depends. In the Biden administration, it's about 25 loaves of bread. Or 2 dozen eggs.
Patrick Henry had a saying, "Forbid it, Almighty God, may your chains rest upon you lightly." I tell you guys all the time, this was always talked about, and now you got it. Twitter files, look, you're worried about the opposition when they're in front of you.
At least the opposition has the balls to be your opposition.
Are they the opposition, David, or are they just the fake opposition to my opposition? What people don't understand, Rhino was a synonym. It's to buy time. There's no time. They lock people in their house. Bankrupted you. Ben Shapiro and are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
The thing,
if they'll censor, I was told my whole life. I've been told since this movement began, all this shit to waste your time. Politics don't matter. I haven't heard that in a while. I come on and tell you guys that. If they'll remove me from the internet, my government will assassinate me. And if they'll do it to Steven Crowder, if they'll do it to me, they'll do it to Ben Shapiro. We're the ones they're going to do first. They suicide the famous ones. I'll never kill myself, for the record, YouTube and the military and the World Health Organization. I told people about global elites, David, 10 years ago. And they run the thing that you get all your information from. And Dave and I come on here every week and we just do our little thing. Get censored. They'll assassinate us. Don't be the followers. They'll assassinate you. Fuck, this might not even go out for the word, YouTube. But this is the culture you stoke when you do things. World Health Organization. You're so shut in and insulated, and you're so good at creating drama. How do you know? I'm supposed to go to YouTube to get information about two YouTubers fighting. How much money is being made right now in that space? You hijacked the whole liberty movement. Is Ron DeSantis part of it too? The fucking glory, the future of the Republicans? I mean to yell in your guys' ears, but is he?
Would it be a surprise, Ryan? At this point,
No, it's not. It's David, the World Health Organization interferes in our elections through a private company, apparently. How much would it be to buy YouTube if it was almost all of Elon's fucking wealth to get Twitter? There isn't enough money to buy YouTube. Private people don't have enough money to fucking buy YouTube. And I'm supposed to go to YouTube to get information about YouTubers and YouTubes. May your chains rest on you lightly. Who knew that a saying that's 400 years old could be more true now than ever before? And I guarantee you, he didn't make it up. Patrick Henry inspired Thomas Jefferson. When are they censored? When are they censored, David? When is we the people, for the people? We're talking about movement. Crowder, great for Crowder. I'm not knocking him at anything. Honestly, I don't even care because I know what it is. I know what this is the death of the Republic. If they will censor David and I, we have 303 subscribers. Oh, you violated community guidelines. I covered the news! The fucking news! It gave my opinion! And then the people I'm supposed to go to for the news? Oh, no, it's not a house of cards. We're not beholden to social. Join my subscription model. What, so I can get your information that you censor with your point of view? And then the one you put out for free that you use to harbage your subscribers, you go to their guidelines, a global entity? America cannot work with globalism, you fucker. It's impossible. I can't be an individual and a global citizen. What don't you people under fucking stand? They're destroying the whole space. The whole space is dead. It's dead. It will never come back. All we have is this. All we have is phone numbers. Fuck, start seeing people in person. I've been writing. You know why? Because artificial intelligence has stolen all of my words already. Write notes to your fucking family. It's done. We're done.
There's no liberty movement. I can't vote my way out of it when the World Health Organization can censor my information before I can vote. And I cover the news. Dave covers the news. We cover news and give our opinions. We're not biased, YouTube. We don't come on
For the
here.
record, in that video, even more specifically, it wasn't even just us giving our opinions. We were citing a medical doctor, just for the record.
It's part comedy, part
not that it matters,
part entertainment. I shouldn't have to say this every time. It's obvious this isn't the fucking... I am not where you should go to get your information. I'm where you go to question information, goddammit. I have the crazy enough ideas to not believe anything until I'm proven otherwise. And then maybe, hopefully, I would love to interview the people that are experts and not be rolled questions on an airplane like Hillary Clinton fucking press staff in 2000 whatever on a tarmac that Bill Clinton landed. How long? Oh, it doesn't matter, Ryan. They censor me on YouTube. They censor Dave on YouTube. My house will blow up in a fucking natural gas accident and I run on electric. Propane incident. Oh, Delta Sonic blew up. Holy fuck. Gas leak at Delta Sonic blows up only one house. He must have died of COVID. He was definitely triple jabbed. You're still on the vaccine? We're still arguing about football players dropping dead about the vaccine. They violated Nuremberg. They don't care. Hey, look, Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro are arguing. Dude, Thomas Jefferson, they always said the keepers of the Constitution is us, a republic if you can keep it. Right? The father of the Constitution. They told you, right? They told us. They said, Thomas Jefferson said the Constitution would be a thing of wax to the legislature, the Supreme Court, and it would erode the liberty of the average man.
The founders implied they had the easy job of setting it up.
Dave, what's
the difficult job is maintaining it.
What's more average than I'm lower middle class American with 300 YouTube subscribers with my buddy? What's more average? I can't even speak on the internet. They have Andrew Tate still in custody. They haven't charged him with a crime. That's fine. That's coming here. They didn't charge me with a single crime, and they took my ability to speak.
What you missed, Ryan? Should I pull it up? I don't know if I can pull it up or not. I don't know if I still have it.
I didn't mean to scream everybody. It's unbelievable. Like we were so warned. I've been warned the whole time to worry about false flag operations. How do I know? Dude, if there's a military on YouTube, I thought of this today. How do I know that when I go to Walmart, there's not a guy employed by the government to sit at fucking Walmart?
Ryan, you were
paranoid. I'm not paranoid.
You were talking about how long until what's happening to Tate comes here. Interestingly enough, I don't know if you saw this clip. This is, believe it or not, the World Economic Forum. Here we go, global entities. Isn't it amazing? She's a little hard to understand, but let me know if you get the gist of what she's trying to say.
We need the people who understand the language and the case law in the country. Because what qualifies as hate speech, as illegal hate speech, which you will have soon also in the US, I think that...
How? I have firearms! I have firearms! Well, we'll just drone strike you. We'll just send a drone to your house.
Ryan, that's hate speech. It's almost illegal hate speech. Just wait till it comes here.
Hate speech isn't even a real thing, YouTube. It's
she
actually
said
just
that
a policy
like she knew,
implemented by governments. Like
the World Economic Forum.
They invented that 10 years ago, and now it's just being implemented. That's why they tell you about it, because they're fucking psychopaths and they can't help themselves. That's what it is. These people are so grotesque with power. This is like Caesar not standing up to greet the council when he arrived at the chambers. It was one of the reasons they stabbed him or something like that. It was insulting. They don't even care anymore. We don't even know that girl's name. You'll never know her address. But she knows that I'm going to have hate speech in America. Yeah, that sounds like George Orwell's 1984, David, that everything on a telescreen would monitor what you said. You better have a smile on your face. I don't actually think they could smile in Oceania, Dave. It's been so long.
You mean like YouTube having automated closed captions? AI generated closed captions, Ryan? You mean like that?
ChatGPT generated.
Did you see the AI pass the bar exam? Did you send me that? You might have sent me that. There's an AI robot pass the bar exam. I wonder why the AI robot's taking the bar exam, Ryan. Is it going to be a lawyer?
Every person that writes with ink and paper is practicing a dying form of communication. Teach your kids how to read cursive. I'm not like, teach anybody how to read, any young person. We're going to forget how to fucking write. They're taking all of your language and producing the shit in the future with. I'm not participating. This is what you can steal from me. But you censor it. Why do you censor it, YouTube? Hate speech? Why is it hate speech? Because it upsets people? Because it shows the truth? This isn't just a fringe group. If it was a fringe group of people, you wouldn't worry about it. Oh, it's only 300 subscribers on YouTube. It's just a small minority. Now, granted, it only takes one person to change human history. There's been plenty of examples of that. But that was the whole thought of the internet. That was the whole thought of social media. Everybody communicates with videos now. I was doing it 5 years ago. And now it's the standard. Everybody watches videos that are short form to discuss things. We're taking the in-person interactions. I said when COVID came out, they stole handshaking from us. The most physical thing you can do when you touch somebody, it removes awkward. Like how many things? Crowder and YouTube, though. Ban these guys on YouTube, though.
It's
What do you think, Dave, about Crowder? For real, like what do you think? Like I know you said you were removed from Daily Wire and stuff, but like, you know, I'm hearing in the space, obviously, that Crowder's doing it for notoriety and like trying to gain subscriptions, and
he's the most subscribed to conservative on YouTube ever.
It's like 5 million subs or something.
It's almost 6. He doesn't need more. He literally does not need more subscribers. Hundreds of thousands of people subscribe to his private mug club thing, which of course went away with the Blaze. Hundreds of thousands. He doesn't even know who they are. Doesn't know. It's the Blaze's property. Hundreds of thousands. Millions on YouTube. Millions on Rumble. He's the most watched conservative. If he's doing it for notoriety, who is he stealing?
The thing I think he does for notoriety is the jokes he does, which is why he catches community guidelines.
I don't think he does any of it for notoriety. I don't think he was interested in being famous.
I mean, like his style of comedy. You know what I mean? Like he wants to be appreciated for his comedy. I think, overall, that's their
Yeah, he'd rather be known as a comedian than what he does. But what he does is, and not to downplay comedians, but what Crowder does is so much more important than any stand-up comedian. What he does is more important than any conservative in the space. He is the most he is the most influential, the most important person in our space right now. He is this generation's Rush Limbaugh.
And we thought it was going to be Ben Shapiro. Wonder why it wasn't.
I think what Crowder is doing is I think Crowder does have a little bit of a human element to him. And I think he legitimately feels betrayed. He feels betrayed. I think he went into all this thinking all these guys are my friends and we're all fighting big tech. We're all fighting the left. And when he got that contract, he was fucking blown away to find out that he was wrong. And I don't think he ever intended to out Daily Wire. His first of all, Ben Shapiro did this big timeline. Actually, when we offered him a contract in October. Okay, that has nothing to do with the conversation, Ben. Nothing.
When were you offered your contract, Ben?
You know what that tells me? That tells me that Crowder got the contract and took time to think about it and took time to deal with them privately behind closed doors. He didn't get the contract and immediate blow up, do a video, fuck Daily Wire. That's not what happened. He got a contract. And I'm guessing there was behind the scenes back and forth, pleading, please, you cannot do this. You cannot do this. Eventually it became the final straw. He put out a video without naming anybody. And even mentioning the fact that it's more than in one company. It's happening across the board. It's not just one company. And he didn't name them. He didn't name them until after Daily Wire came out and said, "Oh, that was us." Put your fucking hand down, Daily Wire. That's nothing to be proud of. Candace Owens is like, "Oh, that looks like my contract." It probably does. And I'm sorry, Candace Owens, you didn't think, "Oh, this is fucked up." That's why she's not the most famous conservative in our space. That's why Ben Shapiro's running around saying it's Veep.
Dave, who's the most famous president?
The most famous president?
Ever in the history of America. George fucking Washington. Because he was a man, uncommon men against uncommon men. I don't necessarily think Crowder is like, I'm not like even standing on that, but just the idea that you turn down money because the people that you're doing business with have values that don't align with your own, don't align with America.
And the thing that's crazy and the thing that really tops everything off and makes me know that Crowder definitely is genuine about all of this is Daily Wire literally put all these videos out talking about the money. And Crowder pointed this out, and he's right. I mean, I went through and watched a bunch of them. And they were literally talking about the money, about the contract, about this, about that. And Crowder's like, I don't give a fuck about the money. And I'm to some extent, I'm sure he's not going to take $100,000 a year salary to be an employee of Daily Wire. Probably not. He knows what he's worth. But it wasn't specifically about the money. And if the Daily Wire had any form of if they even remotely say what they mean and mean what they say, they would have taken all of that off the table the second he asked. It could have been, oh geez, we never even thought of it that way. But that's not how the conversation went. It was, this is how we do all of our people. And he said, well, that's fucked up. You should stop. And they're like, nah, that's how we do it. They don't care. They don't care at all.
Well, how can you care when you're a communist front group for global entities?
And here's the thing, he's not wrong. The Daily Wire is not wrong. As a business perspective, yeah, he's correct. He's correct. He said something along the lines of, well, you can't pay people more with less revenue. Yeah, that's correct. He's right. From a purely business standpoint, the guy's right. He knows what he's talking about. He's a great businessman. Good job. You're a good businessman.
Is liberty business, David?
No.
Is freedom of speech business? Is leaving your country better than you found it business? We just think wealth. The very people that talk about the corrupt culture taking over and this greedy and destroying American values. Isn't that Ben Shapiro's stink? He wrote, it's the first one, bro. The Bill of Rights, the first one's freedom of speech and of the press. Whatever. The emperor has no clothes, David. But luckily for all of our followers, Dave and Ryan do. December 1773. Catch us Monday through Friday, YouTube willing. I'm sorry. Global Elites willing. Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I will be there until I'm deleted.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, man.